Kingston, Jamaica, a place without NCAA scholarships or billion-dollar sports systems like the United States. Yet from here rose Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, the sprint queen, an Olympic legend, and the most decorated female 100-meter sprinter in history. Her success wasn't fueled by hype or spectacle, but by discipline, repetition, and unbreakable competitive nerve. For American audiences used to polished pipelines, her story offers a different blueprint for greatness, one that began on school tracks and climbed step by step to Olympic dominance. Born on December 27, 1986 in Kingston, Jamaica, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce rose from modest beginnings to redefine women's sprinting. She was raised by her mother, a former athlete who later became a street vendor, alongside two brothers, in a household where resilience mattered more than resources. As a child, Fraser-Pryce often raced barefoot, discovering early that speed could be felt long before it was measured. That raw talent found direction at Wolmer's Girls High School, where Jamaica's famed inter-high school championships forged competitive instincts through repetition, not privilege. Despite early success, sprinting was not an obvious professional path. Uncertainty lingered until 2006, when she enrolled at the University of Technology, Jamaica, and joined the MVP track and field club under coach Stephen Francis. The environment was uncompromising: technical precision, relentless drills, and an emphasis on execution over flair. Fraser-Pryce responded immediately. Her breakthrough arrived in 2008 at the Jamaican Olympic Trials, where, at just 21, she won the 100 meters and earned a ticket to Beijing. What followed was historic. At the 2008 Olympic Games, she became the first Caribbean woman to win Olympic gold in the 100 meters, announcing a new standard for global sprinting. The victory was not a peak, but a beginning. In 2009, she claimed World Championship gold in Berlin despite an injury-plagued season and an appendectomy months earlier, an early signal that durability would become her defining trait. At the 2012 London Olympics, Fraser-Pryce defended her title, joining a rare group of women to win back-to-back Olympic golds in the event, while also adding silver medals in the 200 meters and the 4x100 relay. Her dominance reached another level in 2013. At the World Championships, she became the first woman to win gold in the 100 meters, 200 meters, and 4x100 relay at a single edition, a sweep that mirrored the era-defining control of her Jamaican counterpart, Usain Bolt. It was a statement not just of speed, but of versatility and competitive nerve. Challenges followed. Injuries mounted, and at the 2016 Rio Olympics, a persistent toe issue limited her to bronze in the 100 meters. After the Games, she made a pivotal change, parting ways with longtime coach Stephen Francis. Many expected decline. Instead, Fraser-Pryce recalibrated. At the Tokyo Olympics, she captured silver in the 100 meters behind Elaine Thompson-Herah, becoming the most decorated Olympic 100-meter sprinter in history. Plans to retire soon after were postponed when she recorded new personal bests in both the 100 and 200 meters in 2021, proof that her ceiling had not yet lowered. Even into her mid-30s, expectations failed to catch her. At the 2022 World Championships, she led another Jamaican podium sweep and secured a record-extending 5th world title in the 100 meters. In 2023, her longevity and excellence were recognized with the Laureus World Sports Award for Female Athlete of the Year. Then, in February 2024, Fraser-Pryce announced that Paris would mark the final chapter of a career defined by discipline and defiance. And as the medals accumulated, one constant remained: the grounding influence of Kingston, the place where her speed was shaped long before it was celebrated. That grounding becomes clearest not on the track, but at home. House in Kingston, Jamaica. Her 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home sits in a desirable neighborhood, chosen not for spectacle, but for stability. It's a space designed to support balance, the kind elite athletes rely on when training seasons blur into years. Inside, the layout favors openness and function. Spacious living areas allow for physical rest after demanding sessions, while still feeling warm and lived in. There's room to breathe, to stretch, to reset, without the distractions of excess. The home's practicality reflects Fraser-Pryce's approach to excellence. Everything serves a purpose. Comfort isn't decorative here, it's essential. Motherhood shapes the rhythm of the house. Much of what fans see through social media centers on moments with her son, Zion. Quiet mornings, playful breaks, and everyday routines that ground her between competitions. The environment is intentionally nurturing, offering both safety and freedom for a growing child. For Fraser-Pryce, this isn't a retreat from ambition, it's the foundation that makes sustained performance possible. The home also functions as a bridge between identities. It's where the Olympic champion becomes simply mom, where the demands of training coexist with school runs and family time. That coexistence is deliberate. After years defined by fractions of a second, the space allows time to slow down, without losing structure. It's a reminder that longevity at the highest level depends as much on mental and emotional recovery as on physical conditioning. And when she steps out from that calm, another side of her lifestyle takes over, one that channels movement and control in a different way, on the road rather than the runway. Cars. For Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, cars aren't trophies. They're tools. Each choice reflects control, reliability, and intent, mirroring a career built on efficiency rather than excess. The Rolls-Royce Cullinan represents quiet authority. Its commanding presence and ultra-refined interior deliver serenity at speed, not spectacle. Inside, the cabin is insulated from chaos. Hand-stitched leather, clean sightlines, and a ride so composed it feels detached from the road. It's power without aggression, luxury without noise. The kind of environment that suits an athlete who understands that recovery is as strategic as training. By contrast, the Toyota Land Cruiser is about dependability. Built to endure, it favors strength, space, and confidence over flash. The upright stance, durable materials, and all-terrain capability make it a practical companion for family life and everyday movement. It's the vehicle that shows up, does the work, and never complains, much like Fraser-Pryce herself through years of championships, injuries, and comebacks. And just as her garage reflects thoughtful choices, the same question follows naturally. How did that discipline translate into financial stability and long-term wealth beyond the finish line? Income and net worth. Nicknamed the Pocket Rocket, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce has converted elite performance into a durable business portfolio. To date, her estimated net worth exceeds $6 million, built through prize money, long-term endorsements, and carefully chosen ventures that extend well beyond the finish line. Competition earnings form the foundation. Across the Olympics, World Athletics Championships, Diamond League meetings, and major international races, Fraser-Pryce has earned over $2.5 million in prize money. Olympic gold medals in the 100 meters, most notably in 2008 and 2012, along with a silver in Tokyo 2020, typically brought $50,000 to $150,000 per medal, depending on year and federation bonuses. Her 5 World Championship 100-meter titles added roughly $70,000 to $100,000 each, while Diamond League wins and relay appearances contributed tens of thousands more during peak seasons. Crucially, consistency sustained value. Even after giving birth in 2017, her return to world-class form ensured steady earnings rather than one-off spikes. Endorsements elevated her global profile. Brand partnerships, often in the 6-figure range annually, cemented her status as a marketable icon and UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador. A 15-year relationship with Nike delivered custom race footwear and global campaigns such as Unlimited You, estimated at $200,000 to $500,000 per year. Puma, her longest-running apparel partner prior to Nike, anchored earlier phases of her career. In 2024, a Richard Mille luxury watch deal positioned her as a timeless icon, adding $100,000 plus per year. At home, Digicel and Grace Kennedy combined patriotism with profit, $100,000 to $200,000 annually. Selective collaborations, humble in digital finance and sponsored social posts, benefit from an audience of over 1 million followers, generating $10,000 to $14,000 per month at peak. Business diversification completes the picture. Inspired by her signature style and Jamaican roots, Fraser-Pryce owns Chic Hair Ja and Lady Shelly salons and launched FIME, a botanical hair care line in 2024 with New York pop-ups and U.S. expansion planned, together producing $100,000 to $200,000 annually. She also invests in Jamaican real estate for passive income, with further growth slated for 2025. With the empire in place, the next chapter isn't about accumulation, it's about impact. That's where her philanthropy takes the lead. Philanthropy. Throughout her career, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce has approached philanthropy with the same discipline that defined her racing: quiet, consistent, and purposeful. In February 2010, she was named the first UNICEF National Goodwill Ambassador for Jamaica, using her platform to advocate for children's rights, education, and health without turning service into spectacle. That same year, she became a Grace Goodwill Ambassador for Peace, working alongside Grace Foods and the non-profit PALS, Peace and Love in Society, to promote social harmony and community development across the island. Her most personal initiative is the Pocket Rocket Foundation, created to support high school athletes facing financial barriers. The foundation provides assistance with school fees, training resources, and basic needs, interventions that can determine whether talent is nurtured or lost. Rather than grand gestures, the focus is practical impact, keeping students in school, on the track, and connected to opportunity. What sets Fraser-Pryce apart is restraint. She rarely centers herself in these efforts, choosing instead to elevate institutions and communities. Her giving reflects the values instilled early: service over applause, results over recognition. Away from podiums and press rooms, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce has built a personal life grounded in learning, belief, and deliberate balance. Personal life. In November 2012, she graduated from the University of Technology with a Bachelor of Science in Child and Youth Development, signaling an early commitment to understanding growth beyond athletics. 4 years later, she announced plans to pursue a Master of Applied Psychology at the University of the West Indies, an academic path that mirrors her curiosity about the mental side of performance, resilience, and human behavior. Faith has been a constant anchor. A practicing Christian, Fraser-Pryce often credits belief for providing clarity during transitions, whether navigating injury, change, or success. She married Jason Price in 2011, and in early 2017 shared news that would redefine her priorities: pregnancy. As she wrote at the time, her focus was split with intention, preparing to defend her world title while thinking about being the best mom I can be. That dual commitment culminated on August 7, 2017, when the couple welcomed their son Zion. Motherhood didn't slow her. It refined her. Returning to elite competition after childbirth, Fraser-Pryce reshaped expectations around longevity and balance in women's sport. Training became more efficient, routines more purposeful, and time more precious. The results followed: world titles, Olympic medals, and a renewed sense of control over her schedule. Moments of humor reveal how fully the athlete and parent coexist. In 2025, she entered a casual race with other parents at Zion's school, and won with ease. It was a lighthearted reminder that speed remains, even when the stakes are small. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce's journey reminds us that true legacy is built through discipline, balance, and quiet strength, both on and off the track. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps us keep telling stories that matter. We'll see you in the next one.